What's up, everybody? I am here not with another review, but with a video that I was tagged in by Sean Stevenson over at Sean Stevenson Books. He tagged me in this thing that was basically a question. It's like 5 questions, I think. And your answer had to be anything but books. And I wrote down the questions because I'm probably not going to remember them. I don't know if this is normally how you do these kind of things, but I'm going to try to get through this without messing up. So yeah, let's jump right into it. And yeah. So the first thing I have here is, what is something that you own way too many of other than books? And one thing before I start getting too far into this, my handwriting is very terrible. So if you see me struggle, just bear with me. I'm trying to read my own handwriting. But yeah, what is something you own way too many of other than books? So I have a big thing for coffee mugs, and I didn't bring all my coffee mugs into the library. I actually don't drink or eat or anything in here. But I do have a few that I wanted to show off. So first up, I have this very awesome Ninja Turtle coffee cup. I got this for Christmas a few years ago, or maybe last year. I have this Halloween cat thing, and the Halloween cat came with 3 of them, and one of them I just drank coffee out of probably like 5 minutes ago. It is like 9 o'clock here, and I do drink coffee very late. I have no trouble going to sleep, so I'm fine. But the coffee mug with the cat came with a skull one, the ghost, the jack-o'-lantern, which is the one that I drink out of mostly. It's just I've always wanted a jack-o'-lantern coffee cup. Don't ask. But yeah, and I do have a tumbler here also. I bring this to work with me all the time. This isn't like marketed or anything. My friends made me this when I turned 30 for my 30th birthday. I actually got 2 of them, but again, I didn't want to bring everything in here. But yeah, and my fiance also insisted that I included cars. I have 3 vehicles right now. One's a daily driver, and the other two, one needs some body work. Um, I bought a car that I wanted to fix up like 10 years ago, and I have not done hardly anything to it. I think it's time to let it go. But it is a El Camino, and I didn't want to let it go. So there's that. And I also have a Suburban, a Mustang. Yeah. And my fiance always jokes with me about having junk cars. I don't, they're not junk cars. They get me from point A to point B. It's just they do need a little bit of work. And yeah, that's the 2 things that I own too many of that isn't books. The other thing I have is, what is something that you do for fun that is not reading books? So I have quite a few answers for this one. One of them is snacking. I love the snacks. I love potato chips. I have a very big sweet tooth. Carbs, I don't count them, you know. I bought a thing of Christmas tree cakes yesterday, and I'm down to 2. So yeah, there's that. Um, yeah, love to snack. I have coffee, of course. I drink coffee really late at night and in the morning. Really helps me out when I get home, because I do work a lot of hours, and I really like to do this kind of stuff too after I get done. So I love to hang out with friends. We usually have like bonfires and just kind of get-togethers, just randomly, different things like that. I love watching TV. Me and my fiance have been binge watching TV show after TV show since we got together. Currently, my favorite TV show that we watch together is probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I also really enjoyed Modern Family. We watched that '70s show. I loved it all the way up to about season 8. Um, yeah, I don't even think we finished it. We watched Roseanne. I think that's the same way. Really liked that show until like the last season. Um, Malcolm in the Middle. We watched that, and she's never watched that, so we kind of take turns picking out shows, and right now we're watching a show called Superstore, and I actually didn't watch that with her, but I kind of got in the middle of it, and pretty interesting. So yeah, love watching TV with her. Let's see what else I have. Oh, and road trips. We love going on road trips, especially to bookstores. I know that contributes to books, but I mean, that's what I'm going to want to go do. But I do like going thrifting and finding cool things. But yeah, there's that. Let's see. And oh, I also put sleeping. I work a lot of hours. I love to sleep when I can. Um, I was sleeping on the couch not long ago because this is the day before Thanksgiving as of this recording of this video, and I fell asleep like probably 20 minutes within getting home. and this was before I made my coffee, so you can see why. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The next one I have is, what is something special or important to you on your nightstand? So I actually have a few answers to this as well. I don't have a ton of I don't have a ton of things that are like super special to me on my nightstand. There are a few things that I do want to show off, and I'm gonna have to take my camera here. So let's see if I can do this without messing anything up. So yeah, here we go. Bear with me. So let's go over here. Oops. So I do have this thing. This is one of my favorite items that I got from my fiance for, I think, Christmas or either my birthday or something like that. It is a little thing that she got made. It like lights up and all. I'm not gonna light it up and all, but it's basically like a little oh, she might have got this for our anniversary. I'm sorry. But it was like the year after our first date. Really cool stuff. I do have this little Batman thing that I got her. This isn't actually mine, but yeah. And also, if you come over here, I have a few odd and ends things on my nightstand here. I have some horror memorabilia that I got from coworkers and good friends, and I also have this very awesome Megazord from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This isn't from my childhood, but this is something that I've always wanted. I do need to dust it off. I'm just now noticing that. But yeah, this is something I bought not long ago, actually, probably a year or two. So let's try to hook this camera back up here. Maybe that'll work. Alright. Sorry you had to zoom in on my face there. So yeah, that's some of the favorite things I have on my nightstand. What is a gift you received that wasn't a book or a gift card? And I should have done this. Should have done this way differently, but we're gonna go to another spot. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna come over here, and again, another thing that my fiance got me. But I got this when we first started dating. This is actually what I had in my old house on my door as soon as you walked in. I actually posted this on Instagram a few years ago. But yeah. This is just a plaque that she got me a few years ago. Very awesome stuff. Absolutely love it. So we're going to come back. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not used to these kind of videos. So that's my excuse. Alright. And that was that. And now on the last page, again, these are just notes that I took. This is what is a YouTube channel that you watch that isn't related to books? I made a list, and I actually went through all my subscribers and or people that I subscribe to, and I just want to shout out a few of them. I don't know if I'm actually going to go through all of the ones I have wrote down. I was going to do all of the ones that didn't have books, but I'm on YouTube more than I am on TV. If I'm by myself, I'm usually watching YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm going to kind of run into what I saw and what I watch, and kind of give you kind of a quick rundown of people. If you guys haven't heard of them, maybe you guys can check them out and see what you think. So first up, I have Cody Leach. He is a horror movie reviewer. Very awesome. I discovered his channel when I watched his review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. His like ranking videos. Very awesome. Me and his like rankings, I haven't ranked them on YouTube or anything like that, but I agree with most of his rankings when it comes to that franchise. That's like the franchise that I followed for years, all because of the 2003 remake. It is my absolute favorite. Probably my favorite horror movie of all time. I know a lot of people love the original. I grew up with the 2003 remake, and I didn't even know about the original until years later. And it's just, I went and saw that movie theaters with a friend of mine, and I remember him telling me that, this is based on a true story, and blew my mind. Even if it wasn't based on a true story, the mannerisms of Leatherface in that movie is amazing. Very scary, very realistic, awesome movie. Yeah. I also have the Cobwebs channel here. That's another horror movie reviewer. Very cool dude. We have Ava Pop Culture. I think that's what it says. This was one that I recently discovered. he did like a ranking of like Thanksgiving horror movies. You know, I always look up horror movies to watch for Thanksgiving, and I just never get around to watching them. I just like to see what's out there, I guess. Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm a big fan of wrestling, so I do have quite a few wrestling YouTubers on here. I love Santi Zap. That's like one of my favorite, like easy go-to videos. If I can't find anything to watch, Santi is like there just even if it's something I've already seen as background noise. His channel is really cool though. If you're a wrestling fan, I don't even have to really say anything about that. You guys probably already follow him, but yeah. Um, Cinemassacre. That is for those who don't know, that's like the angry video game nerd. That's where I first discovered his channel, but he also does like these, it's like the Halloween thing where he like, Monster Madness, that's the name of it. And he just focuses on one specific topic and he just runs through, like, I binge watched that binge watched quite a few of them a few years ago. But yeah, Cinemassacre, very awesome stuff. He talks about a little bit of everything. Very cool channel. The Peebs channel. He is another gamer, gamer reviewer. He doesn't do books or anything like that, but he's also been recently doing food. Love to snack, so love to see what's out there. I have the Simpsons theory. I do watch that quite a bit. That's a girl named Lydia who does like reviews of like Simpsons episodes and different things like that. She does like kill counts for Treehouse of Horror, which is like my favorite Halloween thing to watch. I do that every year, even the ones I've seen 1,000 times. I'll watch them. I have JB Spooky Review. He does a little bit of everything, horror, like X-Files and stuff like that. I think he's done a few Goosebumps, if I remember right. I think he like ranked them or something. I can't remember. He's a pretty new channel that I discovered. The Real Gems. That is he is another Simpsons kind of thing. He goes over to Simpsons and does like in-depth analogies or reviews of like characters from the Simpsons. And again, love that. Kendall Ray. That is one that I actually recently discovered too. I've seen clips and stuff on Facebook. She does like horror podcast type things. I absolutely love that. Like I started listening to her on the way to work and stuff, and it's very, very engaging. I like watched a ton of her stuff like not long ago. Very cool too. Also have Wrestle Talk, another wrestling YouTube channel. What Culture Wrestling, same thing basically. CPJ Collectibles. This is a guy that does like old vintage toys. I am into vintage toys. I don't collect them because I try to focus my collection on just books, but I do enjoy, like, if it's something. I'm still after a few like Power Ranger things that I would like to have in my collection. And just the stuff that I watched as a kid. None of the new stuff I don't really care about, but like Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Turbo, and In Space. The 3 Megazords from that, I'd be done. Also put Dead Meat Kill Count. He goes on there and he counts like the kills in horror movies. Pretty fun. Good Mythical Morning. It's food. They rank food. I mean, what's more to like it? Really awesome. My friends introduced me to them. I didn't discover them on my own, I don't think, but yeah. 616 Entertainment. That is a YouTuber that focuses on like Mortal Kombat, and I think he does like wrestling too a little bit. But I'm a big fan of the old school Mortal Kombat games. I love the new stuff too, but old school Mortal Kombat, absolutely great. Speaking of video games, I guess I'll throw this out there too, because Sean Stevenson mentioned a bunch of video games that he loves. Mortal Kombat, The Legend of Zelda, anything from the Sega Genesis era. I was a Sega kid. Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, all that stuff. Very awesome. Dr. Wolfula, if you're a horror movie reviewer or movie watcher, you know who Dr. Wolfula is. He's a werewolf that reviews movies. John Wolf. So John Wolf is a weird one. I discovered him a long time ago, and he reviewed a Goosebumps video game. That's where I discovered him. He did this random tier list of Pokemon. And I remember commenting, I was like, you should tier list the Goosebumps books, because he's mentioned that he's read them and all. I don't know exactly how old he is. I think he's closer to my age. Not sure. And then randomly, I saw him pop up, and he started reviewing the Goosebumps books. So he is kind of a booktuber, but he's more of a gamer, and I loved watching his other games too. He did a full playthrough of Resident Evil 4, a game that I was terrible at, and I love watching other people beat games that I am not good at. Not a living dude, Michael Goosebumps fan. He is a booktuber also, but he does have a channel that just specifically focuses on movies. I watched his Texas Chainsaw Massacre ranking not long ago, and his was pretty much the same, except maybe two choices that I swap out. I do need to rewatch the whole franchise other than the 2003 remake, because 2003 remake is here for me. Horror Free for All, again, he does book stuff too, but he does a little bit of horror also. Very cool dude. Very awesome. Yeah. Blooms. Blooms is a South Park reviewer. I love watching his stuff too. It's very funny. Love it. Scott the Waz, another gamer. Yeah. And Brew Stew. Brew Stew is this like cartoons that are very hilarious. I love all of them. My favorite episode that he's done is like the Bathroom Buddies thing. It's hilarious. It is surefire to make anybody laugh. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go look at Brew Stew. I think it's like Potty Pals or Bathroom Buddies or something. It is ridiculous, but it's fun. And I think that's it. That I made it through the whole thing without messing up, I don't think. Maybe. But yeah. This was very fun. Thank you, Sean Stevenson, for tagging me. I will be tagging some people in, but I don't know exactly who I'm going to tag. But if you see this and you follow me or know me, because I'm probably going to forget who to tag, consider yourself tagged. I'd love to see what you guys come up with or whatever. I am going to be tagging Monster Blood, though, because I heard that he's, like, retired from YouTube, and we can't have all that. I'm kidding, but hopefully he'll do a response video. His stuff's awesome, too. Yeah, and I think that's it for me, guys. I don't really have much else to say. Questions, comments, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, so you guys remember when I said that, I don't think I messed up? I skipped a question. What is something that you buy at a bookstore other than books? And I do buy coffee and, bookmarks, so I'm going to show you some bookmarks that I've actually gotten from there. I have a lot of bookmarks. I actually forgot about this question. And I do have a pen, too, that I found. And this was at a very awesome bookstore. These aren't, like, licensed by Goosebumps or anything like that, but I found this sitting on the aisle. I didn't find any Goosebumps that I needed, but, yeah. That's it for me. I knew I was going to mess up somewhere, so